Very good morning to everyone. Welcome to today's week ahead video. We will be following the usual format of looking at the FX major pairs and identifying a market cycle and showing you how I go about identifying trade signals and my methodology in general. Before I start, this service is delivered by Synergy Markets, is ultimately the signal provider. Synergy Markets is a regulated, FCA regulated intermediary in that we do provide financial services by arranging introductions to brokers. But you must remember these trade signals are not a regulated activity. They're not personally recommended to you. They're not a personal recommendation. There's been no fact finding. So please bear that in mind. You're not going to have any protection as a retail client. And let's start. So it was a really quiet week last week. We had a few false starts, but we did see a few 40 pip moves, a couple of 25s. We did have a loser as well. And let's just go over some of those trades, and we shall start at the beginning as usual. AUD CAD, let's see what we have. Let's always start on the larger time frame. So AUD CAD, we have this situation a little bit zoned out. Let's zoom in a bit, make it a bit more visible. So we have here the this is the whole picture. Ultimately, we have a Gartley pattern that creates the higher low. And typically, if you want to delete all the things on the chart, you simply have high, 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 low, high, 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 low. The markets do work in threes. And so far, you can see a one here, first high, high, second high, high, third high, high. But within this third high, high, you've got a one, two, and we are expecting a three to complete. The other thing I'm trying to point out to you is that the structure of this pattern, harmonics, are very important to understand, that they are particular movements in price that repeat over time. And I will drag this over the chart to show you. But so far we have here to here, AB is equal to CD, brought us into a sell-off. And then there's the third one to complete up here. So I am long this particular trade. If I take this for a walk now, this particular segment, and we'll just try and overlay and just give you an idea. We've got the same movement here. Pretty much the same movement there. We have the same movement here. This is how I sort of base my trades off. I like to see harmonic moves complete. And we have really drilled down onto the harmonic moves of this particular pair. The same thing can be said here. If we just take this one and just move it around the chart, take it for a walk. There. You know, these are the variations of this particular market. So on this, we are expecting upside. Those that trade sort of indicators and tools, you know, will be noticing the Fibonacci retracement. We came off the 78.6. That will have a lot of white behind it. That may even be the top. But for me, I'm just seeing the extra push going on. And this outside structure with a wick here sort of contained the price action. So we do expect higher prices. Let's zoom in to a lower time frame, see what we can see. For me, I'm waiting for a break up here to get long. I did take a long just in here. 1, 2, 3, took a long. This is a consolidation. I do expect higher prices. All right, moving on. AUDCA, let's see what we have. Looks to me like we've got that higher second leg, first leg to anchor, second leg higher, high, 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 low. That's one, high, 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 low. That's two. This one's really sort of opening up for us. So we are expecting to take the three here. When it shows, I'm looking for simply the same thing again. You just got to take stock of all of this stuff. Now, the reason why this could be a lower probability trade is because we are trading in the peak formation low at the moment. So the peak formation low is where, as you can see, price isn't coherent. We're moving up and down, we're chopping, we're taking stops here, we're taking stops here. That to me looks like a real move ender to the downside. And now we're creating high, 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 low, high, 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 low. But in the third zone of consolidation or the peak, you'll notice you're not given the threes. You've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it does make me suspicious. Whereas when you're trending, you've got the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, lower lows, lower highs ultimately. So this is setting up for a good opportunity next week. I will write it down. I would take a smaller level of risk with it. It looks good. Okay, moving on. AUD-NZD. So AUD-NZD, we've got the market maker cycle on the way up here. The W, the first zone, the second zone, the peak. 1, 2, 3 up. You'll notice in these consolidation zones, you're not given the threes. 1, 2. It's only twos. So here we've got a massive consolidation zone. Number of harmonics kind of nearly completed. 1, 2, that's all it seems to give us. 1, 2, moving up again. So quite tricky. You have to have that, you have to be a little bit switched on for it. I'm not going to treat it, there's nothing there for me. So moving on. AED-NZD. Not many harmonics about at the minute, but we do have a harmonic that's completed here. This is an amazing setup with the pattern. As you can see, this is the market cycle. I've just sort of got like a little key here to the map. The treasure's right down here. So on this map, we're in 2. As you can see, we're in 2. You can notice the 1, 2, all the market's giving us 2, 1, 2 at the minute, 1, 2 at the minute, 1, 2 at the minute. You could be tricked into thinking it's going to give a 3 and we'll get up here. But the weight of the water, as I like to describe water pouring down the mountain, is heavy to the downside. So it's going to struggle. Notice these lower highs, lower high, equal high, sort of tricking people a little bit. So we are looking for shorts. I want this break of structure here to happen. We have taken this, well, I have personally taken this trade up here because I know it's going to be somewhere down here at some point. So we know we're going to come into some US dollar strength and it's going to be quite explosive. Now, let me see what we actually do have here in terms of, so we've got 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks of drop complete. And after 3 weeks of drop, the market must chop or rise. So expecting that. CAD CHF, what are you showing me? It's showing me something. Look, it's showing 1 and a 2, but where is it? Remember that rule about peak formation. When we're in a peak formation, you only tend to get 2s. However, we have had a huge ABCD in blue pattern, and we do expect the green BC leg to play out up to here. You can identify the market maker cycle here as well. You know, from the peak, you got the double top, and you have 1, 2, 3, consolidate. This consolidation is known as a trap and a false, and then we have the same thing again, 1, 2, 3, into chop, and then we have 1, 2. Maybe there's another leg lower. I don't know. I'm not trading that. CAD JPY. This is one that we can see the market makers pattern on a large time frame. This is simply a higher low. And notice, like on the first chart, AED CAD, the harmonic move, you have this move here. It's the same as this move here. Now, this wick ultimately is known as an outside structure, which shelters this leg here. So some people may think that this is lower low, lower high, lower low, but it's not because it's contained within this wick. What we actually have on the flip side is a change of character here, and we're waiting for a breaker structure, and that could be a continuation long. CHF JPY, never really look at it. The only way to see this guy, is it on my weekly? Yeah, pretty much complete. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is in a peak. We expect CHF strength against the Japanese, and I'm passing on that. This is the kind of thing that I love. This is one of my best patterns out there, Mona Lisa. Look at this beautiful looking pattern, level 1, level 2. We're in the consolidation zone. We've got 1, 2 as validation. We got 1, 2 as validation. It gave us a 3 here. This is a Gartley pattern within the market cycle. Notice this CD leg has an ABCD in it. What clues can we use to defend ourselves if we're fending for ourselves, literally? Well, what I can see is a break of structure and a massive rejection. I notice that this low is being held here. So it's a real critical juncture. Little bit concerned about how it's behaving, but for me, this is still a consolidation zone, and this is sort of like the false move. So we've got a trap false. Do expect higher prices. I do want to see a breakdown in price. I want to see a retest down here, and I do want that there. Okay, EuroCAD's another beauty. So this is one we've traded as well. We did very nicely on it. So in level 1 consolidation, it's looking very, very bullish to me at the minute. You know, we've made a change at the top. I want to see another change and then an entry. It's still a bit early for me at the minute, but that's level 1 consolidation to the way up. Euro GBP, I'm not really going to touch on. Euro NZD is another one that I like. I know where we are in the second zone of consolidation. Price is respecting. The only negative is that we're in the middle of that zone. And for me, I was looking for an ABCD to continue, but we do have the W here. Break, change, a little bit early. Not too convinced right now, but ultimately a nice looking setup. Euro USD, we have the major pattern 1, 2 down. This is level 1 up, middle of the zone, expecting dollar strength. Not sure where this is going. European central banks have cut rates. Difficult to know. GBP AUD, another stunner. We're in the second zone of consolidation. We are making a series of high highs, high low, high highs, high low. This is an important one to be aware of. GBP AUD is one of my favorites. I will be taking it long. We're in the middle of the range. We do expect higher prices. Let's look closer. So what we can definitely now see is high, 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 low, high, 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 low. 1, 2. I need to know when this is up here. I need to know, and I will let you guys know as well. So that looks like a potential good trade. GBP CAD, again, this is another really tasty trade. This is level 1. This is level 2 rise at the minute, and we've just bounced off the targeted entry, which is here. Hugely important trade to try and get involved with next week. We're looking to take the next leg up to the next consolidation zone, and it should be an explosive flag post type move. Looking really good. Is there anything for us? What am I waiting for on this lower time frame? I'm waiting for a retest of here. Not enough for me to get going yet. GBP CHF has been really, I got stopped on this one actually. This is one of the ones that caught me. But if we have a look at the pattern, we've got 1, 2 down. This is level 1 up. What am I seeing here? High, 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 low, high, 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 low. At the low of consolidation, shoulder, head, shoulder. Looks very nice. I need to wait for another opportunity. I'm going to skip these because they're not where I'm not going to waste time on trades that aren't setting up properly. What we have here is this harmonic move here. It's the same as this harmonic move here. I expect price to get down here. The targeted entry is off the 200 EMA, which is just waiting down here at the minute. Change of character here. 1, 2 up here. Expect the third. Looking good. NZD CAD is one of my favorites. This one caught me. This is the one that caught me last week. Level 1, level 2, peak. Level 1 up. Notice the high, 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 low, high, 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 low. We need a close above here really to get long. But what I am seeing is 1, 2, 3. And now I'm seeing a double bottom down here off the targeted entry, which is the 200. We got caught on it quite badly last week. I saw a 1, I saw a 2, and I took the third. However, this was a gap that I didn't see. I took the trade on my phone, and I regret that now. This is ultimately very bullish. 1, 2. I am going to take this long on Monday. So keep your eyes on that. NZDCHF is another one that I'm quite a big fan of. Why am I a fan of it? It's in the, you can see the pattern 1, 2 here. You can see the high, 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 low, respecting the harmonics. We can also, from that, deduce that we had a change, we had a break, and we had a close above. That's what I'm looking for. It was sent as a long. NZD USD, give me 1 second. So I really like this one. We've got the W here, got the change, and then we have the break above, albeit we've gone high, 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 low, high, 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 low. I still really like, look at that. We're on to NZD USD now. So NZD USD is much like its sister pair, AUD USD, first zone, second zone. Missed a bit of a Gartley here. Expect lower prices. I don't believe there's anything for us. I think it's done 3 weeks of drop. 1, 2. Has it given us a new low this week? It has, but that doesn't look like a bottom to me. That looks like another consolidation, and we look to come lower again. What else we've got? Gold gone nuts, but I'll show you what I think about gold on the monthly. I'm not getting involved in that. That's 1, that's 2 done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I just can't. Sorry. Been there, done that. USD CAD, another absolute classic beast. Look at it, level 1, level 2. What's this trend line? I never have trend lines on my charts. Level 2, waiting for an obvious retest here, but we did take this down here. So it's a fantastic trade out in the middle of consolidation. And there you have it, folks. If any of you want to learn this methodology and be given the information to be able to set you on the way to practice and get this down pat, train your eyes to see this sort of stuff, then I am here to help you. Please reach out to me. I do offer mentoring sessions. You can find me at Synergy Signals on Telegram. I also offer and operate the Melons Trade, YouTube, Twitter, and homepage. You know, there is a harmonics course on that as well, if anyone's interested. Again, mail me. We have a Telegram group for that as well. We're a number of Signal subscribers. We discuss trades. And yeah, that's it really, folks. So I wish you all the best. Have a good weekend on Sunday. Obviously, terrible weather. And I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.